Hello, beautiful star. Thanks so much for tuning in. I am Astar, and welcome to Source Light Star. Today we are channeling messages from Freya, or Frigg. This is the mother goddess of the Norse pantheon. So before I begin, a little disclaimer. Everything I'm going to share in this video is my personal interpretation of this energy, because in Norse mythology, Freya and Frigg are actually two distinct deities. So we are basically channeling the archetype of the Norse mother goddess and this energy of the cosmic weaver. So the notion of Freya and Frigg is actually very similar, like Isis and Hathor. So in Egyptian mythology, Isis is the divine feminine energy, which is talking about a new beginning. And Hathor is more so talking about the energy of the All-Mother, so the divine feminine energy in general. And I'm being made to feel that it's the same for Freya and Frigg. So Frigg is the All-Mother, so the divine feminine energy in general, the divine mother. And Freya is basically the aspect of the divine mother that is talking about a new beginning, about a new birth. So technically we can say that Freya and Frigg, they are two distinct deities, but actually it's one and the same energy, the divine feminine energy, which is just talking about different aspects of the divine mother. Just like Isis and Hathor are also the same energy, but they're just talking about different attributes, different aspects. So in this reading we are basically channeling the divine mother through the lens of Norse mythology. And let's see what we have. Okay, we had the Hanging Man in Messages from Odin. So if this video resonates and if you like the whole topic, definitely also check out Messages from Odin. And then we have the Three of Swords, as well as the Seven of Cups. Before I begin to channel this energy, I'm actually feeling the need for some more cards to complete the picture. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Back of the deck, Four of Wands. Okay. So since we have the Four of Wands at the back of the deck, this is very much taking me to the energy of the four cardinal directions. Also the four elements. It is basically talking about the energy of the swastika, the energy of the swirling of life force energy. So Freya or Frigg is this divine feminine energy that allows the universe to be swirled into creation. It's really this swirling of the swastika again, the swirling of the spiral. And when this swirling is starting, this is basically allowing the spider's web to be woven. This is talking about the tapestry of life. So here with the Ace of Swords, I'm really being taken to this energy of weaving. So Freya is the goddess of weaving. She is weaving the tapestry of life, the tapestry of creation. And this process of weaving is basically allowing the tree of life to be birthed. So what is being woven is the whole fabric of the universe, the whole cloth of life. And this woven tapestry of creation, that's the tree of life. That's why the tree of life is showing up again. And it's really interesting that centering the reading we have the Three of Swords. This is talking about the energy of the Holy Trinity that is piercing the heart. Because the heart, that's resonating with the energy of oneness, this very pure energy, the energy of this undifferentiated odic force, the essence of light, the essence of spirit. But this essence of spirit is undifferentiated. It's really resonating with this very pure swan-like energy. But since this very pure essence of light, essence of spirit, is pierced with the Three Swords, this is talking about again flowing into the process of creation, of the beginning, life and the ending, of birth, life and death. This is again talking about the starting of the cycle, the starting of the swirling of the spiral. And Freya is this energy that is initiating the swirling of the spiral. I also have messages from 𝝼 on my channel, and 𝝼 is basically the Egyptian goddess that talks about this very same energy. 𝝼 is also this energy that is starting the weaving of the web. 𝝼 is starting the process of creation. It's this impulse that is allowing the spiral of evolution to start revolving, to start evolving. And so it's really beautiful. Every culture has a different way of looking at this very same energy. In Egypt, again, the goddess of weaving is 𝝼, and in Norse mythology, the goddess of weaving is Freya. But essentially, they're all talking about the same cosmic archetype. And the purpose of connecting with the deities, it's actually about connecting to these cosmic archetypes in order to help us understand the process of creation. So all the deities, they're basically talking about different aspects of Source Creator. And Freya again is talking about this energy of a new beginning, the birthing of light, the birthing of a new dawn. So Freya again, it's talking about the energy of the Divine Mother, but Freya specifically is this energy of allowing the unmanifest energy, the waters of the unconscious, to be manifested into crystal creation, into crystal form. That's why here we have the Ace of Swords, which is basically talking about this crystallization of the light. And the crystallization of the light, that's the tapestry of life, that's the woven web of creation. And again, Freya is initiating this process of weaving, this process of creation. And it's really beautiful that in Norse mythology, Freya is actually standing on a chariot. And this chariot is being pulled by two cats. Beautiful image, I love it. And this is actually very interesting because that very much takes me to the energy of the Sphinx. So a very dear subscriber has asked in the comments if I can share more about the Sphinxes, and I'm being made to feel this is the connection. So the two cats that are pulling the chariot, the carriage of Freya, they are very similar to the energy of the Aker lions in ancient Egyptian mythology. So the Aker lions of Kemetic spirituality, they're actually talking about the past and the future, because the name of the Aker lions is yesterday and tomorrow. And I'm being made to feel the two cats of Freya, they are talking about the very same energy. Again, it's talking about the past and the future, yesterday and tomorrow. And in the middle of that, in the middle of past and future, we have the eternal presence, the eternal oneness. And so when we move beyond the cycles of time, beyond the past and the future, we connect to this place of oneness, which is the eternity beyond time and space. And that's why the Aker lions, they are basically guarding the oneness. They are guarding the solar disk. And this solar disk is again this energy of oneness, this energy of being beyond the cycle of creation. Because yesterday and tomorrow, the two lions, the two cats, they are talking about the cycles of time. They are talking about the creation, the ebb and the flow, the up and the down, feminine and masculine. Hence, they are pulling the carriage of Freya. They are allowing Freya to move forward, the divine feminine energy to unfold, the spiral of evolution to unfold, and the web of life to be woven. And that's also the reason why the Sphinxes have basically been guarding the entrance to the temple. So there is a Sphinx on each side, but the entrance to the temple is the entrance into the eternity, the entrance into the 0 point, the point that connects us to the source energy, to the heart. So the Sphinxes, the two cats, the lions, they are talking about yesterday and tomorrow, past and the future, the duality, But again, the entrance to the temple is the eternity, is the divine that exists beyond creation, that exists beyond the cycle of time. It exists beyond the woven veil, behind the tapestry of life, the tapestry of creation. So since the two cats are pulling the carriage of Freya, Freya actually is in the middle. So that's talking about this energy that comes from beyond creation, but in order to move, in order to be pulled into creation, we need the two cats. We need yesterday and tomorrow. We need the duality. So that this essence of spirit, this essence of oneness, can be woven into creation. And that's why this one, this pure energy, this undifferentiated energy, this energy of the 0 point, the energy of the heart, has to be pierced with the Holy Trinity, yesterday and tomorrow and the present, birth, death and life, in order for creation to unfold. Again, in order for the web of creation, the tapestry of life, to be woven. Interesting energy I'm being made to feel. We need some oracle cards from Freya. We have beneath the surface. Yes, that's absolutely a confirmation of the message that we have already been getting. Messages from Freya, the sacred well. Back of the deck, sweet waters, beautiful. That's exactly Freya's energy. So Freya is the goddess of beauty, the goddess of art, but also the goddess of sensual pleasures. Again, this energy of the senses. So everything we can perceive with our senses, that's the domain of Freya. Because again, through the energy of Freya, this undifferentiated energy of the 0 point, the essence of spirit, can flow into creation, can have the experience of duality. The tree of life is birthed, and since there is the duality, we can experience the senses, or experience in general. There is no experience without duality. And that's why Odin has to enter the tree of life. Odin has to sacrifice the eye of oneness, the unified vision of the 0 point of eternity, the eternity beyond creation, and to flow into creation, to enter the tree of life, enter the duality, in order to have an experience of the senses. So again, Freya is the goddess of the senses, of the sensual pleasures, the sight, the touch, the hearing, the smelling, all of these senses, they are the domain of Freya. That's why she is the goddess of beauty. In Greek mythology, this is Aphrodite. So again, every culture has a different way of connecting to this archetype. But essentially, it's all one and the same. So no matter if it's Isis or Saraswati or Freya or Aphrodite, they're all talking about the goddess of beauty, the goddess of love, the goddess of the sensual pleasures, having an experience of the senses. And this is this very sweet, very Venusian energy. And it's so super synchronistic, beautiful. Here it's saying what is really driving you. So again, I'm being taken to this energy of the two cats driving the chariot, like pulling the chariot of Freya. And it again comes from beyond the veil, beneath the surface. So the two cats driving the chariot of Freya are allowing this spirit energy, this spirit essence from beneath the surface to come to the surface and to basically break free into creation as the web of life, as the tapestry of life. And here with the sacred well, yes, there is a message from Freya that we are basically wanting to connect with this archetype in order to replenish ourselves. Because it's also this energy of, yes, it's this energy of self-care, this energy of treating ourselves. So all of the sensual pleasures, they are not something evil. The divine feminine energy is not a sin. And it's so interesting that actually the word sin, that's actually the name for the moon goddess. So it's the goddess of the moon. And the moon again is talking about this receptivity, being receptive to the light of spirit. And since we are receptive, we are allowing this light of spirit to come into form, the energy of the moon. And it's so interesting that the word the moon also connects us with demon. So there has really been this demonization of the divine feminine. This demonization that the divine feminine is a sin, that we basically have to renounce everything, and everything that has to do with sensual pleasures, again, is a sin. But again, that's the distortion of the feminine, because the feminine energy is meant to be experienced. We are meant to have the experience of the senses, and we are also meant to enjoy this life, this energy of romance, sensuality. So in order to heal the feminine, we are wanting to indulge in the sensual pleasures, but obviously in a balanced way. So we don't want to renounce too much, and we also don't want to indulge too much, because there always needs to be a balance. But it's also talking about the energy of being balanced with giving and receiving. So we receive a lot from our mother, all the energy that we need in order to create, all the foods that we eat, all the experiences, all those sensual pleasures. Again, we receive all of this from the Divine Mother. She is giving us plenty of life force energy, this fertile energy. But if we receive so much, it is also important to give something back. So it's this energy of offering to ourselves, but also offering to the Mother. That's why, for example, here in Bali there are rituals every day, there are ceremonies every day, because they are basically making an offering to the Divine Mother as a sign of gratitude for everything that has been provided. So if we never make an offering, if we never honor the Divine, then the Divine Mother might turn the tap down so that the life force energy is not really flowing. So it's really also this message of being in the energy of gratitude, of being grateful for everything that we are receiving, being grateful for all the beauty, all this life force energy, of all the sensuality, like being grateful for the experience of the senses, of having the good foods, of feeling the good emotions. And when we show gratitude to the Divine Mother, this is what is amplifying this energy, so that even more blessings can flow into our life, so that we can feel even more replenished. But it is a giving and receiving, a give and take. We have to be balanced with our energies. Because the Divine Mother, she is this energy of eternally providing, really this energy of the Queen of Cups. So the archetype of Frigg, the archetype of Hathor, is actually this infinite benevolence of love. This is connecting us to the fourth sphere on the tree of life, which is mercy. So chesed is mercy, the infinite mercy of the Divine, the infinite benevolence of the Divine. It's also this infinite expansion, the infinite giving of life force energy. So since our beautiful Mother is infinitely giving to us, we also want to give to her, because by giving, we are in alignment with this energy of giving. Because if we only take and take and take, then we are not in alignment with the feminine energy, because then we are in the energy of taking, and then it is not balanced. So that's why, in order to align with this energy, with the Divine Feminine energy, we are wanting to act like the Divine Feminine. We are wanting to act with this kind energy of giving, of providing life force energy, providing the love. And by being in this grateful energy of fullness, giving from a place of plenty, we are then opening the gates for even more love, even more abundance to flow through. And this is how we are balanced. But obviously there needs to be a balance. We don't want to just throw out all of our life force energy without giving to ourselves. So it's also this energy of giving to ourselves, replenishing ourselves, like self-care, nurturing ourselves, giving love to ourselves. And this is what is allowing the Divine Mother to bless us. So Freya is reminding us that the tapestry of life, the cloth of creation, is beautiful, is loving, is not a sin. So it's really about discarding this distortion that the moon goddess is sinful, and we are reclaiming the feminine by reclaiming this energy in a balanced way, by replenishing ourselves, but also giving back to nature, offering something to nature, making an offering to nature, making an offering to the divine. And it's really beautiful. It's this energy of moving away from the Three of Swords, moving away from the pain of being in the duality, the pain of being in the separation, to actually seeing this experience of duality as something beautiful. So this life is the beauty of art. So this life is beautiful. This life is art, it's magic, and we are wanting to treat it as such. So whenever we might be feeling the pain of separation, the pain of being in the duality, we are wanting to connect with Freya, with Aphrodite or Isis, in order to recharge ourselves and in order to bring back this sweet energy, this Venusian energy, where we can experience creation as something beautiful, as something magical. And this is exactly what Freya is helping us to do right now, to connect with the sweetness, with the beauty and the love. Beautiful star, this was your message from Freya, from the Norse Mother Goddess. I really hope you resonated with the messages. Please let me know if you did. And also please let me know which other deity you would like to connect with and get messages from. And if you feel the call to go deeper, I'm also offering personal readings and healing sessions. So you find all the information on my website below. And thanks so much for watching again. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye, much love.